What's up, family? So I am in DC, Washington, DC. I have just hit a spot recommended to me by, I don't know what the proper name for them anymore is. I don't know, the check-in people, concierge, I don't know. Young lady told me about a black-owned business down here in DC. Don't ask me what part, 'cause I don't know. Y'all know I don't be knowing where I'm at. But I'm in DC, and it is a place called Aahs and Aahs Soul Food.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left on M Street Northwest.
I just came from there. The food smells amazing. It is not a sit down. Of course, it's grab and go. Like most things in this general Northeast sort of midtown, downtown scene, most things are grab and go. So, yeah, like I say, that just came from there. Smells amazing. I gotta go back to my hotel.
Turn left on M Street Northwest.
Fortunately, but unfortunately, I like to have an experience. But it was a great experience. Two young ladies.
In 900 feet, turn right on 4th Street Northwest. Then keep left.
Northwest, guys. 900 feet, then keep left. Shout out to Mimi and Grace. They were amazing. Amazing hostess, amazing cashier. Served with a smile. Love the fact that I was from Texas. Got in conversation about traveling and things of that nature. So, wonderful two people. If you see them, tell them I said hello. Your boy Davion here at the Council's Kitchen. Mimi and Grace, you guys served well. I appreciate your hospitality here in DC. Now, like I say, y'all know I'm from the South.
Speed camera reported ahead.
And
turn right on 4th Street Northwest. Then keep left to I-395 South Tunnel.
Because I'm from Texas, because I'm from the South, soul food is
keep
my
left
thing,
to
right?
I-395 South Tunnel.
I always love to go to other places when I travel, when I go to other places, and see what their soul food is like, because soul food means something different. Culturally, it's so diverse and it's dynamic. People think of soul food as fried chicken, smothered something smothered in gravy, rice, cabbage, greens, that kind of stuff, yams, macaroni. But even the different dynamics of how those things are created and put on the plate in different areas of the nation is diverse in and of itself. So I wanted to try something like soul food here in the nation capital, DC. So when I get back to my hotel room, I'm going to do a food review. I'm going to tell y'all what it is, if it's the business. Y'all know I'm from the South, so I'm going to tell y'all if it's real deal soul food or not. All right, love y'all. See y'all later. All right, y'all, so I made it back to my hotel room. Now we're about to check out Aahs and Aahs Soul Food, okay? I'm super excited about it. Like I said, black soul food, black owned, wonderful dynamics of soul food throughout different places, different areas of the countries, different areas of the country, right? So let's just check out what soul food is all about in DC. I'm frankly excited to try this. Let me do the big turnaround so I can show y'all what we're working with, all right? Let's see. All right, y'all, so this is the big open. First time seeing what the inside looks like. I'm a little confused about this packaging. Okay, there we go. So I got fried chicken wings. It's 8-piece, I believe. There's some collard greens and some macaroni. Look at that. And that macaroni, I ain't even gonna lie, right off the bat, looking a little blonde over here, okay? Need a little bit more cheese, crispiness, crispity, crunchity, some bubbliness, some brown sugar pie, a little bit of something, just to give it a little bit more color. But other than that, it looks pretty good. It was smelling good on the way to the car. Chicken looks nice and crispy, so we found to dive right in. I also got dessert as well. I got peach cobbler. I'm sorry, I'm looking at peach cobbler and filming banana pudding. I got banana pudding, okay? So you're gonna see what DC banana pudding talking about. And I also got some peach cobbler now. All right, off the bat, that looks more like a crumble to me, but we're gonna see what it's working for, okay? I also got some cornbread here. Now the young lady told me best cornbread hands down in the city. So bam, we finna check it out, okay? The specialty is their strawberry lemonade. So this is 32 ounce. I believe it came out to like $4.95 or something like that. And I will tell y'all, it is good. Y'all see it even make it all the way back. It's like 3/4 of the way gone. So it is good. That I have tasted. We finna get into the rest, y'all, okay? So let's get into it. All right, get myself together. My shirt is actually my undershirt because my other shirt I didn't want to dirty up, so bear with me, okay? But let's get into it. Let's see what we're talking about. Let's see what DC fried chicken coming up first. And right off the bat, it's not piping hot, but it is good. It smells good, smells crispy, so let's give it a taste. Got some crunch off in there. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Got some crunch. It ain't just straight soft chicken. You know what I would prefer? We're talking about soul food, right? It's good. I would prefer a little bit more of a kick to it, or some more aromatic, maybe like some garlic powder, onion powder. You know, just to really enhance the succulence of the chicken itself. But other than that, it's seasoned plenty with its salt. Can't really tell if it's brined or not. It's not quite juicy enough for a brine to me, but it seems as if it was brine because the meat has a sweetness to it, a natural sweetness. Not natural, but the meat itself, the chicken itself has a sweetness to it, which is evidence of brine. Brine is salt, water, sugar, typically, sometimes a little bit of vinegar, and that's usually a brine. Very salty, a little bit of sugar, water, ice, maybe some vinegar every now and again, depending on what kind of brine you're doing. But it is crispy. Like I said, chicken, and a little bit of a sweetness, which lets me know that there's probably a brine that's taking place, okay? Now, I was told that the greens are sweet and spicy. So, I don't have a problem with that. I'm gonna go for it. If that's the DC flavor, that's the DC flavor. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Come on, DC, let's do it. All right, let's have this blessed bite. Ooh. Oh, yeah. It's just a ooh and ah. I can't stand watching eating shows and they be smacking. I ain't finna do that to y'all. But these greens are smacking good. Baby, they. What I do like about these is they're not overkill on the cook. I'm trying to be rude and talking with my full. It's not overkill on the cook. They boiled them till they were tender, but there's still some snap, some bite, and some chew to them. And I totally appreciate that, because that means it's not overly boiled, it's not mush, zero texture, and they don't add meat into the greens. But it has a smoky flavor, sweet, spicy, savory, tangy. Tell there's lots of vinegar, or maybe even like a pickle juice in there, almost. A lot of people do jalapeno juice or pepper juice, like the pepper sauce, the little small golden peppers. They use that juice in their greens. That's a familiar note, but it has more of a tang than the spice. And it has a little bit of spice, a little bit of smokiness, but it has more of a tang to it. So that's why I would say something like a pickle juice. It's reminiscent of almost like a bread and butter pickle, which I love. Sweet heat and tangy. That's kind of the profile that it's reminiscent. Not necessarily the flavor in and of itself, but that sweet heat and tang combination is what we got here. And like I say, the greens are not tough. They are tender, but they are not mush. So they're not overdone. You can see the greens here. You can see them, that they're not mushy and just overdone. That's good. Y'all keep me lifted up in prayer, because there's two of mine. I still ain't got a pool yet, but that's all right. I'm getting into it. Macaroni, like I say, a little dirty blonde for me. I need a little bit more auburn up in there, you feel me? But we're gonna see what it's hitting for. Let me get one more bite. Let me get one more bite, just to make sure that I'm not disrespecting my mentality right here. Let's make sure. I don't want to be, too judgmental. All right, macaroni, I can take it or leave it. Seems like it needs just a little bit more salt or seasoning, whatever, a little bit more loving. A little bit more time in the oven. It is stiff. It's not very creamy. And it is cheesy. Plenty of cheese. You see that? That's all cheese right there. But it just needs a little bit more love, tender love and care, a little TLC. It's got potential. Yeah, okay. Let me stop, because I need to get to this dessert. But these greens, y'all. These greens. I would literally come back to DC just for these greens. I will say this too. If you're a texture person, you're gonna like these greens, because a lot of people don't eat like green beans or zucchini and squash and stuff like that because of texture. I do meal preps, I have clients. Those are some of the least requested vegetables because of texture, right? Same with greens. Those greens have texture. Cornbread, I almost forgot before we move on to dessert. Woo! That ain't cornbread, y'all. Somebody lying. They done slipped me a piece of yellow cake. They done slipped me a piece of yellow, the number 6 yellow too. You know how the yellows, when you looking back in the ingredients list and they have the numbers next to the color, because that tell you what number is dyed. That's the number 6 yellow. Somebody playing tricks on me. I need some glaze on this. No, I ain't gonna hold you though. It's good. This ain't even Jiffy. Somebody made this. You asked for this at the bake sale. Woo! It's good. It's sweet. If you like Jiffy cornbread, you're gonna love that. It literally tastes like a piece of cake. I don't even taste cornmeal. It's so light and fluffy, airy. I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on one second. Let me show y'all. See all them holes and pockets? See all that? That is butter, eggs, sugar. That is a piece of cornbread cake. It is so good. Just beware though, it's sweet. Not everybody grandmama making it like that. Not everybody every grandmama putting sugar in theirs. I like a little sugar in my cornbread. That's why I do Jiffy. If you don't like sweet cornbread, you ain't gonna like it. But it's good. I like it. I could have had that for dessert. Literally. I ain't wrong. We about to move on to dessert. One more piece of chicken, y'all. Okay, now it's time for the banana pudding. All right, y'all. So let's get into this nanner pudding. Okay. Open this spoon. Again, shout out to Gracie and Mimi. They did an awesome job today. I certainly appreciate their hospitality and customer service. So this is the banana pudding. It's got plenty of wafers around, but there's not much wafer in the pudding. There's nothing layered. Just kind of sits around the circumference, which is cool. Let's see what the flavor is like. I don't see any fresh bananas in. It's not a deduction. Sometimes you blend it into the actual pudding. So hey, but let's see. Maybe one more bite. You gotta do that. That means something's sticking to the roof of your mouth. Okay, first impression from the first bite. Sweet. Sweet. Really sweet. It does have a banana-esque flavor, but it's very sweet. Very sweet. It's good. I like it. Not a lot of texture. For my sake, I would add something like pecans or even walnuts to it, just so you get texture. Because when you have pudding sitting like this, the wafers, the crunch is irrelevant. It's not even necessary. You might as well just put straight pudding into the container. But that's not on them. Of course, that's just how they do it. Somebody like me, who understands that you put wafers in for texture, when they sit, there's no texture, I would add some type of nut, walnut, just even making an option just for texture's sake. Or even add crispy banana chips, you know, something different, something unique that doesn't necessarily have to demean the nature of banana pudding. But just something to help it along, that's all. It's good. I had to rate that out of 5. It'd be about a 2.5 out of 5. Pretty solid banana pudding. Is it your grandma's? No. Will it do if you're in a hankering? Yes. Is it sweet? Yes. I had to refresh. All right. So word of caution, their peach cobbler is actually cold, and it's served cold. So if you want it hot, you have to heat it yourself. So I heated it in the microwave for about 1 minute, 30 seconds. All right, now we're gonna try the peach cobbler. So again, peach cobbler had to be warmed, which is perfectly fine. I'm gonna use the same spoon because why not? Let's dig in. Right off the bat, not a lot of juice. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing. Let's see. Looks more like a crumble to me, but we're gonna check it out. Smells very much nutmeggy, very clovey as well. Sort of has like an allspice smell. Allspice. An allspice smell, as opposed to just like a cinnamon and nutmeg smell or nutmeg flavor, which is something that I personally use. Those are the only 2 spices I use for my peach cobbler. Cinnamon, nutmeg, sugar. That's it. No. Not at all. Let me try. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. Put the top on. We done. It's a crust issue for me. Okay, crust is everything with peach cobbler. Everything. The crust is whack. It's whack, okay? So it's the crust for me. It's not good. The peaches, the allspice really brings down the sweetness, because allspice is literally for all things, not just sweet, but savory and everything in between. It numbs down the sweetness flavor, and then there's no juice. Granted, peach cobbler is all about the crust, a little bit of juice. When we say there's no juice, the juice does not saturate the peachy flavor of what peach cobbler is. So therefore the peaches are kind of dried out. The peach flavor of the peach has been diminished, and all you taste is allspice and bread. Excuse me. It almost reminds you of like a bread pudding instead of a peach cobbler. All right, guys, so that's been my review of Aahs and Aahs Soul Food here in DC. Y'all come check them out. Overall, my rating is probably a 3 out of 5, based off of what soul food is to me. If you're in the DC area, I've heard nothing but good things. And for the most part, I think it was a good meal. Pretty solid 3 out of 5. So y'all, if you're ever in DC, ever in the area, come check out Aahs and Aahs Soul Food, okay? Tell them your boy Davion from the Counselor's Kitchen sent you. Love y'all. Y'all be blessed and be great. Have a beautiful day.